Coming next, it's live with Regis and Kathie Lee. Today, he's gone for and won the gold. What's ahead for Olympic champion Dan Jansen? Find out the secret to balancing a career and high-profile marriage from Marlo Thomas. Plus, from 30-something to terror in the air on the Langoliers, she's taking on a brand-new challenge, actress Patricia Wettig. She plays the rambunctious Rachel on the hit sitcom Friends. Meet Jennifer Aniston. He's the ex-husband who just can't seem to lead. From Sybil, actor Alan Rosenberg. And Claudia Cohen takes us behind the scenes at the Daytime Emmy Awards. All next on Live. Now here are Regis Philbin and Kathie Lee Gifford.
All right, everybody. Nice to see you. Monday, May 22nd, 1995. Yes, we're in Branson right now, and
it's amazing how it looks like our studio in New York.
Well, we will be doing 2 shows from Branson. You'll see them tomorrow and on Wednesday.
3 now, Reach.
Maybe a 3rd show, yeah, for Thursday too.
Overwhelming demand.
So many stars, yeah, so much.
You know what? That's the truth. We went down to Branson. There were so many talented people that we had to have another. We could have had 4 more shows. I
That's
think.
right. Yeah. So
Ran
much
out of money as
there.
usual.
Now, let's see. This art teacher, Karen Skophammer, from the Manson Northwest Webster Schools in Barnum, Iowa, asked her class to, you know, draw some stars contest, and they.
How old are these kids? Elementary school kids?
I don't know who this is, but I just hope it's not me. This, I assume, is you and me.
Mm-hmm. Little Catherine Hood. She's in the 1st grade.
Here's a little cartoon thing here, and look, you're saying, ouch, I broke a nail.
Oh, she obviously watches the show. Good for her. Oh,
here we are as the Coneheads.
I was definitely having a bad hair day then.
I look like Sammy the Bull Gravano in this one.
And I look like Ivana Trump.
And here you are, a brunette.
Yeah, but look at this hair.
Wait a minute. And look what we have here. I can't figure this out. There's Regis and Kathie Lee, and who's our baby?
Maybe that's Cassidy or Gelman. Oh, hey, a nice color one. Now that looks like you, Regis.
Here's
Exactly
Regis
like you.
as a blonde. Here's Kathie Lee saying, oh, say, can you see Super
Yeah, but
Bowl
I look like Marge Simpson. These are cute, though. It's amazing what little kids think of, you know?
Regis as Frankenstein.
Or Richard Zelnick of ABC News. No neck.
Wait till you see this
No,
one.
Bob Zelnick. Bob.
Wait till you see this one. Come on. Are we that grim?
Reach. Look at, oh my God.
Regis with 15 extra pounds. Regis saying Harvest Crisps.
These are adorable.
Here we are with our gardening
Now, this
segment.
person has a lot of potential as an artist. Look at that. Look at the perspective. That's excellent.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, listen to
that
you.
looks like something Cody would have done.
Oh, my gosh.
Look at this.
Josh Goebel. Hey, Josh, give me a break, will you?
I didn't know that. You're in a lot of post offices around the country with
Dana
that.
Moore split me up here.
Oh, that's smart, though.
It's a cute idea.
Yeah. Now, this one, Reach, has your...
You think so? Oh, please, it doesn't look like me at all.
Got your hairline.
This is more like me.
Okay.
Oh, dear. Well, all right, thank you very much, kids. It's a lot of fun. They did well.
See, it just goes to prove you're wasting your tax money on schools. Look what they're doing in schools these days.
Actually, as they got older, they got a little better. All right, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, live coming to you from Branson, Missouri. Our guests will include actor, producer, director Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson coming to Branson. I'll believe it when I see it, but anyway.
I will also.
Mel starred in a series of action-adventure films opposite Danny Glover. Named this film, we're giving it away today. Hey, we got a great lineup for you today, including the Olympic gold medalist. Everybody loves this guy. Dan Jansen will be out here.
I've seen very few standing ovations through the years here, but he always gets them. Marlo Thomas, a perennial, charming, young, that girl.
Yes.
All grown up and married for 15 years, of course, with...
Patricia Wettig from the old 30-something show.
And now she's in a new movie called Nothing But the Truth. And Alan Rosenberg, you know him as Ira on Sybil. And a lovely young actress, Jennifer Aniston from Friends.
From Friends, right. Let's go to the phone. All right, Carolyn Falls from Kings Mountain, North Carolina. Carolyn, how are you?
Hi, Regis. Hi, Kathy.
Here's a nice shot of downtown Charlotte, North
We
Carolina.
got a lovely couple in our audience from North Carolina
Yes, we do.
here today.
It's nice to talk with you, and you live in Kings Mountain, which is just outside Charlotte, I imagine.
About 25 miles west of Charlotte.
Is it a small town?
It's a very small
You
town.
see Andy Griffith walking down those roads?
I'm about 2 hours from where he does his taping.
Oh, is that right? Well,
Running out of time, unfortunately.
Yeah, Carolyn,
today,
we got to get to going here. But Mel Gibson, Danny Glover starred in a series of movies, funny movies. You know the name of the movie?
I can't. I'm trying to think.
Well, they were serious, funny movies.
Yeah.
That might throw her, you know.
Serious, funny movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mel Gibson.
they were funny in a serious kind of way.
No luck, huh?
Danny Glover.
Played
Mel.
cops.
Played cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carolyn,
Yes.
you got to go,
Sorry,
darling.
Carolyn.
Well, I appreciate you calling me
All
anyway.
right,
Have a nice day there.
And
Take
y'all
care.
come see us in Charlotte sometime.
All right.
Thank you, sweetie. What a nice ball.
Nesconset, New York, out on the island. Marianne Rodolfo.
Rodolfo.
Rodolfo, of course. How you doing, Marianne?
I'm doing fine. I can't believe you called.
Yeah, well, here we are.
What does the postcard look like? I don't know if I sent it or my mother did.
It's,
Well, unfortunately, I don't know.
You don't have it?
it's got a Mondazi. It's a something, bunch of people sleeping or something.
Mondays?
Oh, okay.
Mondays. Oh.
Hey, Marianne.
Mondazi.
Hey, Marianne.
Yes.
Don't
Please.
question us. Just
Hello?
give...
Yes.
It says Mondazes.
I don't know. I don't...
What's the answer, Marianne?
Lethal Weapon.
That's
for
it.
you.
You got it, Marianne.
Please
Got
pick a
it.
number between 1 and 156.
Well, I'm going to be 40 in a couple of weeks, so I'll pick 40.
Happy
40,
birthday.
number 40.
Congratulations, Marianne. You and this lucky audience winner of each one Vivitar's innovative 440 PC camera. With built-in 38 to 70 millimeter power zoom lens and sophisticated electronic flash. Beautiful pictures from scenics to portraits from Vivitar.
All right, Claudia Cohen covered the Daytime Emmy Awards last Friday night here in New York City, and let's take a look at all the behind-the-scenes action. Claudia.
There's no business like show, business like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing, everything the traffic will allow. Nowhere could you have that happy feeling when you are still.
You know what it is? It's my Cinderella dress. How would you describe your fashion look tonight?
Early 19th century, about 1810, with a base of purple 501 Levi's.
Giorgio Armani, my favorite designer.
Can we get a long view of this? Very little unusual. Yes, yes.
My Afrocentric design, a Camille Howard original.
If you win tonight, where are you going to keep your Emmy?
It'll probably be in my bed for about a week, and then I'll put it somewhere on its own.
Right next to the other three.
I would love to be a winner. It's such a nice thing to be.
What's the worst thing your character has ever done?
I've run over somebody. Just recently I've forced somebody or tricked someone into marrying me because I told them that I was pregnant.
Married every male member of one family. I mean, some people might think that's bad. I don't. I thought it was wonderful. I married including the 70-year-old daddy and the 2 sons.
The latest, I guess, was when I seduced my arch enemy's 19-year-old son, and you know, I'm still trying to beat the murder rap of my first husband.
Pretended he was dying in order to have sex.
Accusing my stepfather of rape, trying to seduce my stepfather, sleeping with a stable boy saying he raped me, burned my parents' divorce papers, I locked my little sister in a crypt, I forged birth papers, list goes on.
What is the worst thing that Gelman has ever asked you to do?
I think wear a thong.
That cannonball outfit, he makes me clean it. I guess he likes to wear it on the weekend. I don't know.
Rub his feet.
Yeah, clean out the elephant dung, I would say.
To rub his feet.
Rub his feet.
But because you are nominated, did you do anything special to prepare? Get a haircut, maybe? Get a new tuxedo?
No, I didn't.
You took a shower.
I took a shower.
Feel lucky?
Oh, not at all. There's not a chance in in a 7,700,000,000 that we will win.
Any good luck charms either of you brought tonight?
Joy's my only good luck charm.
Oh, he's trying to make up for what he said earlier.
What did I say earlier?
Trying to make it sound as if it was my fault that we were late.
Joy, you know you didn't want to come early.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, you know I didn't want to come. I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Even with a turkey that you know is good, you may be stranded out in the cold. Still you wouldn't change it for a sack of gold. Let's go on with the show. Let's go on with the
Still ahead, Marlo Thomas, Olympic great Dan Jansen, actress Patricia Wettig, from Friends, actress Jennifer Aniston, and from Sybil, actor Alan Rosenberg.
So you can't keep up with your old ma, huh? Not with this headache. Where's your Tylenol? Oh, it's Advil now. Mom, you never used anything but Tylenol. Well, times change. There you go. You know, these days it's Advil I trust. A lot of people do. And you know, 2 Advil work better on tough headaches than any 2 extra-strength Tylenol. Welcome to the 90s, Mom. Why, thank you.
For safe and effective pain relief, Advil. Nothing is proven to work better or last longer.
It's breakfast, a whole new kind of breakfast with this new kind of Kellogg's Pop-Tarts, Kellogg's low-fat Pop-Tarts. But low-fat's not the half of it. There's this incredibly fruity filling that makes your mouth want to shout, hey, this is incredibly fruity filling. And the crust, it just makes you want to shout, hey, this is unbelievable crust. And this great Kellogg's Pop-Tarts taste is low in fat, which only makes you want to tango to the toaster for another. And you think to yourself, self, doesn't it take 2 to tango?
New Kellogg's low-fat Pop-Tarts, only from Kellogg.
Only 2 weeks away from my vacation, and I felt like a balloon. Thanks, Quick Trim. You saved my life. In just 2 weeks, I got all the way down to my partying weight.
Quick Trim from Cybergenics is a balanced program of diet and exercise designed to produce dramatic results in just 2 weeks when used properly.
And that's not a lot of hot air.
So when you have to trim quick, it's Quick Trim.
Okay, here's the new copy of Good Housekeeping. You know, you can't be on every cover, although you certainly are. At least your name is up here. Kathie Lee, Katie, Joan, and Paula. Hair lessons from the stars we love. I love these.
Not one I cooperated with, but I'm delighted to see Phil and Marlo.
You mean
there.
they didn't even call you about this?
No, and got everything wrong in it too.
You mean
okay.
the hair thing?
Yeah, it's all right. It's typical.
But
they got a great shot of Phil and Marlo.
Oh, that's a great picture of Phil and Marlo,
Isn't that
isn't it? Yeah, very. Marlo and Phil, their clashes, their kisses, their craziness, they keep them in love. Okay.
Sounds like any other couple, doesn't it?
All right, well, you all know Marlo. I mean, she needs really no introduction. She's really one of our finest actresses, and here she is, Miss Marlo Thomas, everybody. Got it all together.
How do you like it? Yeah.
Got it all together. Put it all together for the big show today, hey? Yes.
Lovely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Marlo Thomas got it all together for the big show today. Yeah. Haircut or something?
Yeah,
What's different here? Yes,
yeah,
I like it a lot.
Hair off. Yeah, it's a very weird feeling not to have all that stuff around my face.
Yeah.
It's a big psychological either boost or the other way, right?
Well, I cried for a few days, but I'm okay now.
Why does hair define us so much?
I don't know. Well, think of Solomon, you know. It's our strength, I think, in some ways.
Well, I can see the difference here in the cover shot.
Yeah.
A lot more hair here.
I just did this 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's our first time we've ever posed in 15 years of marriage. We have no other professional shot.
Really?
We have millions of stuff around the house, but...
Was this because of the 15 years?
Yeah.
Phil looks like he's having a ball. Check out this face. He's saying, when the hell is this going to be over?
I know. Oh, yeah.
Was he a good boy during this?
He was a wreck. You
Oh,
know.
yeah, that's tough.
Guys don't like to have their pictures taken.
hate it.
I don't. Some women don't either.
Yeah.
Was this at your place in Connecticut?
Yeah. You see the water in the back. But it was It's a nice picture.
The
I think Phil has a
classes.
sweet look on his
The
face.
classes, the kisses, the craziness that keeps them in love.
See, what people don't know is that we don't write the stuff on the
That's
front.
right, I know.
Right? It's just to grab your attention and get you to buy the magazine.
We're pretty crazy in our own little way.
Are you really?
Yeah,
What's the craziest thing about you and Phil?
Well, we don't agree on anything. That's
But
number
Phil
one.
is quite an experienced debater. I mean, he does that for a living.
Yeah,
Can you handle do you handle yourself
And he's
okay?
really taught me well. I mean, I can get him on anything. Well, I think the thing is that we eat differently. I mean, that's pretty basic. You know, we sit at breakfast and he has bacon and eggs and, you know, and black coffee and white toast and all this stuff.
Nothing healthy.
And I'm having my wheat-free cereal and an orange and grapefruit and herbal tea. When we first got married, you know, every time we sit down and eat, I'd say, oh, you know, honey, that's going to give you a heart attack. Oh, you can't eat that steak and that French fries. You're going to get a stroke. And he said to me, he said, look, he said, I'll sleep with you, but I won't eat with you, okay?
Way to go, Phil! Let me write that one down.
A man's breakfast table is his own.
I know, and I thought, well, probably this isn't the right way to go about this.
Yeah. But in 15 years, you haven't changed him at all? Or he hasn't changed himself?
I've changed him a little bit.
In what way?
Well, that he does now eat, you know, steak only like once a week instead of a Big Mac for lunch every day is the way he used to eat. Now
Has it changed his body as a result? Not having so much
and
fat?
mostly what it is that, you know, it's his health.
You want him to live a long time.
I want him to live a long time. I mean, he's the only one I want to be with.
Yeah.
So I don't want him to go away.
I know, exactly. That's why I want my daddy to go for a colonoscopy, because I love him. Not because I want him to be,
I know. You want
Phil had his
colonoscopy.
Has Phil had his colonoscopy?
I'd rather not discuss it right now. He said to me, don't mention anything to do with the colonoscopy.
No. Phil and we don't like colonoscopies.
No. I don't know that he's done that.
No.
He's a lovable man.
Yeah, he is.
He's all right. But anyway, so the first 5 years?
So 15 years.
15 years,
Yeah,
Marlo.
I mean, everybody, the thing I did like about this article, Good Housekeeping, is that it was entitled, The Marriage That Everyone Said Wouldn't Last. Because it's true, we were married 6 months, and we were on the front page of the National Enquirer with, you know, they're going to the divorce lawyers, and this one said this.
But people don't want you to be happy, do they? They want you to succeed.
Well,
I mean, there are some that do.
I don't know that so much as that they can't sell many newspapers on it.
Oh, sure.
So, you know, it's just a commerce, and unfortunately, you're the product.
Yeah. Well, now you've been down in Washington.
Oh, it was so exciting.
Yeah.
You know, the National Endowment of Arts. We got over 100,000 signatures and people all over the country saying, please subsidize the arts.
From the whole political spectrum, too. Not just...
So are you making any headway in this?
I think so. Actors and writers and directors, all different kinds of artists, PR people, everybody that's involved in arts went down and took them by truck. 7 tons of signatures, pieces of paper, and these artists took it off the truck and then gave it to kids who took it to every member of Congress saying, please let us have art in our country. And I read the most wonderful quote of Winston Churchill. During World War II, one of his cabinet members said, we have to stop subsidizing the arts. I mean, we're in a life and death struggle here with Hitler. He said, you know, we can't be wasting money on the arts. And Churchill said, if that's not what we're fighting for, then what are we fighting for? And that is part of our lives. Exactly, that's part of our lives. And it's interesting because sometimes what you get is a lot of comment about the fact, well, look, they did this one show on photography that we didn't like, that you know, had a nude man in it or something, we can't be funding that. And I looked at the programs, and there have been 25 controversial grants in all these years and 95,000 non-controversial ones.
Yeah. Wow.
So, I mean, wouldn't you like to have that for your life, too?
Well, all right, you did good job. You did good work. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
You're an American citizen. Good to see you. I love you, Phil.
We'll be right back.
Next on Live, Olympic great Dan Jansen.
Only 2 weeks away from my vacation, and I felt like a balloon. Thanks, Quick Trim. You saved my life. In just 2 weeks, I got all the way down to my partying weight.
Quick Trim from Cybergenics is a balanced program of diet and exercise designed to produce dramatic results in just 2 weeks when used properly.
And that's not a lot of hot air.
So when you have to trim quick, it's Quick Trim.
Skater Dan Jansen won the gold medal. Makes up the world record for 1,000 meters Here he is, the Olympic gold medalist, Dan Jansen.
They still love you. How are you, dear?
Right.
We don't have any heroes anymore.
Incredible reaction, man.
That's right.
Boy, the last time you got the same reaction. I've been beginning to get on my nerves.
Not mine.
People just can't forget that moment, you know?
I know. It's amazing.
You had everybody pulling for you, and you felt that, didn't you?
I did. And it's a year ago already. I can't believe it.
And you recently won the Sullivan Award, which is the top amateur athlete in the country.
Yes, a huge honor for me. There's a lot of great athletes, as you know, in this country.
Sure, sure.
It's great.
Well, now, but Dan, you know, how do you follow this? I mean, it happened at an early age in your life. All this acclaim, all this notoriety, and...
Well, I think, you know, now I just try to put everything I learned from my career into everything else I'm doing. And number one is my family right now. My little girl's going to be 2 pretty soon. And
Does she say no, down, and out?
she says everything. And I thought she's actually in town here with me, and I thought about bringing her, but you probably wouldn't have a set left if I did.
Well,
Is she skating?
We have a picture right
not
here.
yet,
Not
but probably
yet.
next year.
Yeah.
Well, now here she is. This is a picture she'll always remember.
That's,
there you are, taking her around the skates, and here's the kiss from your wife, Robin.
Right.
Yeah, that was a wonderful moment. So, yeah, I know you're working over at CBS doing some sportscasting over there, right?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying that?
I am. I'm enjoying it very much. I'm trying to get in different sports, and if I only covered skating, I wouldn't get very much airtime, I'm afraid. So I'm trying to get into other sports, and it's been a lot of fun so far.
Has it been difficult for you? Because I know on a personal level, you're really kind of shy.
Yeah, it has, but on the other hand, all the experience I had from this side of the camera, I think it really helped me, and now I know what to expect. Also, the athletes that I interview, I think they know that I've been through a lot, and so they can open up a little more.
Sure.
And help.
They trust you.
Yeah.
In addition to that, you're doing some motivational speaking?
I sure am. I've been doing a lot of that for corporations, schools, all different groups throughout the country. Did you write the speech
yourself?
Well, I had a little help,
but your ideas are in there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's I just needed to structure it. It's basically my story. People want to know what I went through and
how you kept going.
Exactly.
Were there many setbacks in your preparation to that race?
Well,
looking at over the years, I guess they were,
right. I mean, I had, other than what happened at the Olympics, you know, there were injuries, there were certainly the personal things that I went through, but mostly everything else went great. I was winning everything except the Olympics, and so that was one of the things that made it easy for me to continue because I knew that I was at the top.
Sure.
Now, I want to know a very personal question. What has basically happened to your thighs since you stopped skating all the time?
Well,
because I remember when I first met Eric Heiden, and I'd never seen legs like that in my life. Bonnie Blair, I mean, but then if you're not doing it all the time, do you go to mush?
Just go to pot.
Well, I exercise, so they're not mush, but they have shrunk.
They're smaller.
A great deal, very much. Yeah, it doesn't take long.
Tell me about it. One weekend.
How fast did you go? Were you ever clocked? I mean,
yeah, we'd go top speed close to 40 miles per hour.
Boy, that's great. That's great.
With very little, no protection, really, just that suit.
Nothing, yeah. But luckily now we're moving.
Suit.
Most of the tracks are indoor. Well.
With the little skull cap.
You like a guy in a skull cap.
I was at the Super Bowl. I saw you sing. You were fantastic.
Thanks, dear.
Yes, that was nice. My first one. We're usually out of the country for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
This is the first year I was back.
Your first season not competing regular.
Yes.
That must feel really good and kind of weird at the same time.
Perfectly put. Because last weekend, or a couple weeks ago, were the World Championships in Milwaukee, my hometown, and I watched Bonnie win.
Yeah, and she retired too, didn't she?
Right, this is her last season. So it was different to watch. But it wasn't like I was watching and saying, you know, I'm coming back next year. I was okay with it.
Well, but now you're gone. Bonnie Blair's gone. I guess the field is open for the next American contenders, right?
It is, and there's a couple coming up, actually.
Yeah.
We've had a girl just won the Junior World Championships a few weeks ago, so, you know, that's says a lot for years down the road.
Now, she's what, like 13 or?
No, she's about 17 or 18, so, you know, by 98 or at least 2002, she could be.
She'll be there.
Yeah.
Well, listen, it's a thrill to have you here. The audience still loves you. They still get on that feature.
I sure will.
How much longer is this going to go on, these standing ovations? Dan, thanks so much for coming by, okay?
Great to see you.
Our great Olympic champ, Dan Jansen, and we'll be right back.
Next on Live, actress Patricia Wettig.
Next guest has won 3 Emmy Awards. She appeared on the hit series 30-something along with her real-life husband, Ken Olin. And now the two are together again in front of the cameras in the upcoming romantic thriller, Nothing But the Truth, which airs on CBS tomorrow night. Pleasure to welcome back Patricia Wettig, everybody. Patricia, nice to have you back. Yes.
Nice to see you again.
Have a seat.
I was watching that clip. Awfully nice to be paid to kiss your own husband.
Isn't that a tough job?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really tough.
And you know what? That looked real authentic.
Did it?
Yeah.
That's good. I
You've been
wonder
practicing.
why.
You see, I thought that you guys met on 30-something, but
Oh,
no,
no.
you were married before that.
No, we've been married for 13 years.
Really?
Yeah.
And here's the cast of 30-something. Now, look, I've got a great idea for broadcasting, which I'm going to give away to the big shots over there at ABC. Bring this cast back in 2 years and call it 40-something. Huh?
True. We've all hit it, I think.
Yeah.
We've just recently had a lot of these folks
Absolutely.
on.
Have you?
Yeah, it's fun to see everybody go off into other directions. And
Yeah,
Now, were
we're
you
all
romantically
friends.
involved with Ken at any point during 30-something series? I mean, on screen.
they were married.
On screen.
Yes, we were.
In character.
No, in fact, we hardly had any scenes together, which is so funny. Everybody keeps saying, you know, this movie that we're doing that's on tomorrow night, Nothing But the Truth, we play lovers. And it's the first time on film that we've ever had love scenes and things like that. We met doing a play, Streetcar Named Desire. But on 30-something, we hardly had any scenes. He directed me a lot. And that's how we worked together the most. But we almost never even did just regular scenes together.
So what was it like having the crew in there?
Right with us?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't so bad. The thing that's so funny is people ask, which is easier, you know, to do love scenes with your husband or
Or
love
your
scenes
co-host.
with some... or...
You should be so lucky. But anyway. So what's the answer to that?
Well, of course, it's so much easier to be with Ken. I mean, I don't know.
You know how he kisses.
Yes, I mean, this is easy. The crew didn't bother us too much.
I couldn't do it in front of our crew.
No? Look around.
You
see
have
who's
difficulty
here.
doing it without anybody around. It's just a little something I've heard.
What about the romantic scene with Bobby De Niro? Now, you were with him in one of those films. What was it? This was Guilty by Suspicion.
Guilty by Suspicion, yeah. Well, you were with him, too, weren't you?
Oh, yeah, Bobby.
You didn't have a love scene with him, though.
Well, no, mine wasn't a love scene.
Oh, that looks...
No, I was crying there. I was really upset. I mean, I had a character that basically had a mental breakdown, and he helped me on a lot.
But in this particular the TV movie, you play a polygraph expert?
Yes, and Ken plays a murder suspect. He passes the polygraph test with me. Everything is fine, and even though my character's a very professional woman, this is one time where since he passed the polygraph, I think everything's okay, and we get romantically involved. But then it comes back up that he becomes a suspect again. And yet I'm already romantically involved with him.
And doesn't an ex-girlfriend show up, too?
They usually do, you know.
Really? Tia Carrera?
Well, yeah, that's right. Yeah, she comes up at the very end. That's true. Yeah, she's an ex-girlfriend of sorts. Yeah, that's right. Well, listen, all these twists. Yes, I'm not going to admit to Tia. No, she's too pretty.
You know, sometimes these things get so involved, so complicated that it's pretty tough to explain to everybody. But we do have a clip from the movie.
Oh, great.
Would you like to set this one up?
Sure. We're already romantically involved, and he's become a suspect again. And I tell him to go and take another lineup, because I said, you'll pass the lineup, it won't be any big deal, then you can, you know, we'll be free and clear. And he is chosen on the lineup as the suspect, so he's a little angry with me.
Why do I think this guy is guilty?
You do?
Well, from what I'm hearing here.
You have to watch it.
They want you to. You're
No,
just so
it's
easily
great.
manipulated.
Tell me about it. 10 years of it going on right here.
The thing that is really great, I think, about the movie is how the audience is very much like my character, in that you're not really sure if he is guilty. You want to love him, you want them to be together, and yet the whole movie, until literally the very, very last scene, you don't know.
But
And it's back and forth, back and
This is
forth.
what you call a romantic thriller.
Total romantic thriller.
With your
I like
husband.
it.
That's
It's
great.
great. I
right.
think it's good, too.
Well, let's take a look at a scene
All right.
now. Patricia Wettig and husband Ken Olin in this particular scene.
You said everything was going to be okay.
Look, her ID only places you at the scene of the crime during the time of the murder. It's only circumstantial.
Nuts! Why would she pick me? All right, so now what?
I talked to Mac, and he's agreed not to arrest you if you take a second polygraph. But it won't be me. It'll be a different examiner. But if you run clean with him, it's going to make a big impression. Peter, look, it's the exact same procedure. It's just someone else asking the questions.
Right, and what if he interprets my responses differently than you did? What if he makes mistakes? What if he's not as good?
Everything will be fine as long as you're telling the truth.
I am telling the truth.
I know that. And you know that. That's why there is nothing to worry about. You look worried.
I'm worried. Nothing to worry about, but I'm worried.
I'm telling you, the guy's guilty, all right?
Watch and see.
Boy, oh boy. That's
You're not going to get it out of Patricia.
No, not at all.
She's not talking.
Nothing but the truth tomorrow night at 9 o'clock on CBS. Patricia, great to see you again.
Say hi to Ken for us.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good to see you. We'll be right back in a moment.
Next, from Friends, actress Jennifer Aniston.
Last week we thought we had a 24-hour bug.
But we may have had a mild case of salmonella poisoning.
It came from bacteria, which was spread around our kitchen to other foods.
Now we use Lysol antibacterial kitchen cleaner. As it cleans, it kills the bacteria and keeps them from spreading.
Which may help keep us from getting sick. Get Lysol antibacterial kitchen cleaner.
Clear a completely clogged drain without a snake. More power to you.
Professional strength Lysol drain opener. It sends more power to the clog. Lysol drain opener.
All right, our next guest plays Rachel on one of the hot shows of the season. Rachel, the perky, sometimes problem-plagued pal on the NBC hit sitcom Friends. Here's Jennifer Aniston. Hello, how are you, Jennifer? Nice to meet you. Nice
You
to
gonna let go?
Nice to see you.
Hello. Hi. Nice to meet you. He kind of likes you.
I just saw Friends the other night, and you were involved. Oh, no, there was a young doctor. Somebody was delivering a baby. And there was a doctor that you were intensely interested in.
That's right.
Yes.
As I always am, somewhere.
You're the young lady who keeps looking for the right guy, right?
Yeah. Well, I've sort of had, I haven't had much luck. You know.
Did you feel like you're speaking for an entire generation in that way? Do you hear from an awful lot of women who go, "You're me"?
Yes. Oh, it's incredible. And she's sort of a combination of many women I've met over my life.
You come from a family of show business people,
Yes,
huh?
I do.
Your dad was one of the stars on Days of Our Lives.
He's on Days of Our Lives. He's still there.
What character does he play?
He plays Victor Kiriakis.
Of course.
John Aniston, yes.
Yeah. We're presenting at the Daytime Emmys together.
Oh, are you? That's a
nice.
great idea. Now, did you go as a young girl and visit the set and see where he was working? Yeah,
I did.
Yeah.
And then, you know, he never really wanted me there, actually, because he didn't want me to even get an idea that I could be an actress. He just didn't want me to do that. So
that's been a bit of a struggle?
Yeah. He was, you know, he said, he just begged me, please don't do it, don't do it. And now.
How did you break the news to him?
That I was doing it?
Yeah.
I didn't really tell him. I just kind of did it.
Just did it.
Instead of an invitation to the play you were starring in or something.
Guess what?
He must be very happy now. Look how nice things worked out.
Yes, so he's happy. He's now, you know, I said, I told you so. And he said, all right.
You're doing well, and you're buying your own house.
Yes, I am.
Now, as a single person, isn't that a little scary?
It's frightening. Oh, it's
Wouldn't you rather just be in the apartment and not have so much to worry about?
All the responsibility.
Yeah.
Yes. Is that possible? Can I be an adult and that's okay?
I don't hire some people to do things for you. You're going to have to...
But you found the perfect house for you.
I think so. You never know. It takes a long time.
Up in the hills.
Mm-hmm.
You're never sure, are you, until you get in? You've been sure.
I still don't know. I'm just frightened of the whole idea of actually
up in the hills with the view.
The first time you take your bath in a brand new place and you got your little things around, you're going to be so happy you did
I will.
Just to wait for her first bath?
To me, that's always the defining moment, you know?
But then you get to play decorator.
I'm already ripping pages out of Architectural Digest and Good Housekeeping or whatever they're called.
You got a pal helping you too, don't you?
I've got a good pal helping me,
Courtney Cox?
Courtney,
What, am I interviewing myself around here?
Sorry.
Trying very hard with her.
Yes, Courtney is amazing with this.
She's a really good decorator.
She's an amazing decorator. She lives for that. I mean, our dressing rooms, she walks in and she just can't, I can't stay in here. And she just turns around and walks out because these are a lot messier than hers is. Immaculate and perfect.
See, I admire that in a woman, being neat.
Well,
tidy.
you know, I guess because my mother was a neat freak.
That
so
you're not?
I think I just went completely the opposite.
Bad girl, bad.
But I'm not that bad anymore. I'm really not. No.
Let me ask you something. What happened to the monkey on the show? I miss the monkey.
You do?
Yeah.
A lot of people miss the monkey. The monkey just, you know, really it was just hard to... It was becoming about the monkey and not about the friends.
Oh, the monkey just stole too many scenes, huh?
Way too many. Oh, my God, hours we were there because of the monkey.
Monkeys can be nasty little creatures, too. They wear diapers, right? They have to...
No, this was a capuchin monkey, and she didn't wear diapers.
Capuchin, yeah.
She
didn't need those.
Right in the middle of the room, she would.
Sure. She was
fun.
your monkey.
Good girl.
Shall we take a look at a clip from Friends?
Sure.
Here you're having a bad taxi cab experience.
It was a bad day.
On her way to a New Year's Eve party. Okay, here's Jennifer Aniston. Friends.
Oh my gosh! Rachel, honey! Are you okay? Where's Paolo?
Rome, jerk missed his flight.
Oh, and then your face exploded?
No. Okay, I was at the airport, getting into a cab with this woman, this blonde planet with a pocketbook, starts yelling at me. Something about how it was her cab first, and then the next thing I know, she just starts pulling me out by my hair. You know, and then I'm blowing my attack whistle thingy, and 3 more cabs show up. As I'm going to get into a cab, she tackles me. And I hit my head on the curb and cut my lip on my whistle. Oh, everybody having fun at the party?
Funny stuff. Good scene, huh? Very nice.
I love your hair. Oh, that's adorable. It's an easy cut. It's an easy thing.
All right, just another day in New York City right there on that clip. Friends airs Thursday night, so on NBC at 9:30.
Yes.
Jennifer, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. So nice to meet you.
We'll be right back.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Guests on Live with Regis and Kathie Lee stay at the Michelangelo, intimate, fashionable, very Italian. The luxury hotel in the heart of Manhattan's business, cultural, and theater district. The Michelangelo. Next on Live from Sybil, actor Alan Rosenberg.
Introducing Kraft Deluxe 4-Cheese Blend. Our blend of 4 cheeses makes a cheese sauce that shouts real cheese taste. New Kraft Deluxe 4-Cheese Blend Macaroni and Cheese makes your dinner deluxe.
Young man we've never met before.
That doesn't happen very often anymore.
First time for him, first time for us.
I'm so nervous.
Carl, it's like going out on a blind date.
It really is. I hope he likes us.
Let's give him a big welcome when he comes out.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, actually, it's very tough being a guest on a television talk show. It really is. And it is for me. It probably isn't for you because you've got bodily functions to talk about or something. But it is for me. And so I always feel for the people who are coming out, especially for the first time.
You have empathy.
But in any event, he plays Sybil Shepherd's neurotic, self-absorbed second husband, Ira, on her big new hit called Sybil. Here's Alan Rosenberg.
Pleasure to meet you.
Mrs. Kathie Lee.
Really a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Gee, we're nervous to meet you.
Oh, how do you feel, Alan? Are you all right? Okay so far?
I've been flying all night, and my arms are tired. Thank you.
You took the red eye in,
yes,
did you?
I did.
Oh, well, we appreciate that.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
You didn't have to do that. We would have waited one more day for you.
Oh,
but you're home at last. This is where you. This area
is
where you
I grew up. New Jersey, Passaic, New Jersey.
Passaic, New Jersey.
Thank you very much.
Not only did he grow up there, but they also have made you honorary mayor.
Well, they've offered to make me honorary mayor. I've yet to go back and participate in the ceremony. I will.
Maybe this summer.
Perhaps.
Maybe this summer day with Alan. With Ira. So, Alan, tell me about the series and about your life, first of all. What have you done before this?
Well, I did a lot of theater in New York City for 10 years before moving to L.A. In 1984. I was on Broadway and Lost in Yonkers playing Uncle Louie. I replaced Bruno Kirby and Kevin Spacey, who I know has been a guest on the show. And last Christmas, I did a Broadway show called What's Wrong with This Picture at the Brooks Atkinson Theater, and ill-fated and short-lived production, but that was a lot of fun.
But nonetheless rewarding.
It was rewarding. Opening night was worth it, and moved out to Los Angeles, done a lot of television, did a show called Civil Wars for Stephen Bochco. Played another neurotic man named Eli Levinson, who then had a season on L.A. Law, and now I'm on...
But why, when they think of neurotic, when they think of neurotic characters, why do they say, bring me that Alan Rosenberg?
It's called acting.
I mean, it's not as if you're Gilbert Gottfried or anything. No, that's neurosis.
That is neurosis. No, I'm sensitive. I think sometimes that translates as neurotic to people.
But you didn't start out being wanting to be an actor. Didn't you want to be a lawyer at one point?
I was pre-law, a political science major, and I went to college in Cleveland, Ohio, Case Western Reserve University.
Sure.
But the acting bug had bitten you kind of early.
When I was a child, there's a creative strain in my family. My father acted quite a bit in community theater, and he was a musician, and nobody in his generation thought it was a viable way to make a living, but everyone in my generation was sort of bitten about the bug.
But I mean, have you seen the acting that goes on with lawyers these days? You've seen the O.J. Simpson trial.
That's
bad acting. That's bad acting, as far as I'm concerned.
Isn't your cousin also in Steely Dan? So
Donald Fagen is my first cousin, the lead singer of Steely Dan,
So it's
somehow
in the genes.
Yeah, I guess it is. And my brother who unfortunately passed away 2 years ago, was a producer and ex-president of Warner Brothers Pictures. So we all found our way into entertainment somehow.
Now, in the meantime, you also married an actress.
Yes, I did. A beautiful and talented Emmy Award-winning actress.
And we've had
She says hello.
Yes, Helgenberger on the show here.
Yes, from China Beach.
China Beach.
Yes, she's.
Now you're both living out there on the coast.
We live in Los Angeles for 10 years. We have a 4-year-old boy, Hugh Howard Rosenberg.
And you exchange career opportunities together?
Or
she gets an offer, you get an offer?
Well, we've actually worked together in the same films, but we've never been in the same scene together. I once stalked her for an hour in a movie, but we never had
for a marriage.
Well, yes, but thankfully we're already married. But we never had a scene together. We help each other with our material, you know. She's the best and most accurate critic I have.
Do you receive it well?
I don't receive it nearly as well as she does. I don't take direction all that well, unfortunately. But she talks and talks, and eventually it seeps in. And I do respect what she has to say, even though sometimes it's hard to take.
It's funny that you met here in New York on the soap opera Ryan's Hope.
Yes, we did.
But nothing happened until you got out on the coast and then met her again.
Yeah, I was happily married at the time to somebody else, and I did a stint on Ryan's Hope. Margie played Siobhan Ryan. Undercover policewoman, and we worked together for a month, and I was very taken with her, but as I said, I was happily married. And then years later, I got divorced and moved out to Los Angeles, and we ran into each other in the bank. I was making a withdrawal, she was making a deposit.
Those are the kind of women you want to meet.
Yes, absolutely. And she remembered who I was, to my amazement, and we started dating soon thereafter, and the rest has been a pleasure. It really has.
Yeah, I love your voice.
Thank you very much.
It's so identifiable.
I call up operators on the phone, and they'll say, you're that neurotic guy from Sybil, aren't you? It's more of a giveaway than my face, I guess.
I think so, yeah.
Are you happy with the script the simple script, the character that you're playing?
Well, I'm delighted. I really am. I'm most delighted. The writers are wonderful, and they've written me wonderful stuff to play, but it's just a wonderful company of actors. I know you've had Christine Baranski.
We had her on just recently. She is hysterical.
Hysterical, one of the great actresses in America, Alicia Witt, and
it's a great cast.
And Tom Wopat, Dee Dee Pfeiffer. Extraordinary cast, but the soul of the show is Sybil, and she is just the most extraordinary person I've ever worked with.
Yeah,
Most generous, good sport. She is the soul of the show, and she sets everybody up.
Well, we have a clip, I think, a scene of you and her together here where she's begging your forgiveness.
Again?
Isn't that a twist?
All right, fine. Let's take a look at a scene from Sybil.
I spent half the night wondering what I did wrong. The answer is nothing. I did nothing wrong. Hey, world! I'm not guilty!
All right. Can we move on?
Certainly. I believe next on the agenda will be begging for forgiveness.
Or, remember how we used to make up after a fight?
Oh, I get it. After all these weeks of let's take it slow, Ira, sleeping together would be a mistake, Ira, now you want to hop in the sack just so you can get off the hook. Well, it's not going to be that easy. If you want me, you're going to have to woo me.
Woo you?
Yes, woo me. Call me up, ask me out, wine me, dine me, then maybe you can have your way with me.
Okay, Ira, if that's what you want, I'll call you.
Fine, maybe I'll be home. I'm the stupidest man in the entire world.
Don't you love the word woo? It's a great word. I want you to woo me a little bit more.
Yes, you should woo me a little bit more. Yeah.
Woo me and wow me.
All right. Well, Alan, it's good to meet
It's a
you.
pleasure to
Wasn't
meet
so
you.
bad being here, was it?
Wonderful.
Was it all right?
Finally arrived.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Monday nights at 9:30 on the CBS, right? Thanks, Alan. We'll be right back in a moment, everybody.
Wednesday on Live, Mel Gibson.
Nutri-Stories, starring
me, Mitzi. Before Nutrisystem, now.
Yes.
Shy, confident, out of shape, out in the sun, homebody, somebody, 169, 125, still, after 2 years.
Start it for $19 plus the cost of meals. Call now, 448-9000.
It's the call that changed my life.
All right, we'll be coming to you from Branson for the next 3 days, and hey, either tomorrow or Wednesday or Thursday, Mel Gibson's going to be there. All right? See you then, everybody. We're looking forward to it.
Some members of our studio audience will receive the following. Centrum Junior Vitamins feature Shamu and his crew. Fun shapes bursting with fruit flavors. Centrum Junior still more complete than any leading brand. A gift from Cazal, makers of the 969 sunglass featuring removable side shields and 21st century design. Cazal, available at finer optical and sunglass stores. Highland's Calms Forte, the all-natural homeopathic sleep aid. Calms Forte is nature's answer for a good night's sleep. Use as directed. Want to go curly and add fullness to your hair? Get Wash and Curl shampoo. Its curl enhancers work right in the shower. Wash and Curl, the curling shampoo. Tomorrow on Live, Wednesday and Thursday from Branson, Missouri, Mel Gibson, Andy Williams, Yakov Smirnoff, Wayne Newton, Tony Orlando, Glenn Campbell, Charlie Pride, and Bobby Vinton.